Yo, what's going on, Senpai Squad? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're talking about chapter 218 of Black Clover. My god, what a fantastic chapter that was. I did not anticipate anything like what we just got. But, as always, we're going to have a look what you guys thought of the chapter before we dive into what I had to say. So you guys went with a 5 stars for this chapter, and honestly, I'm going to potentially surprise some of you because I don't usually agree with you guys. I'm going to go with 5 stars as well. I just loved everything about this chapter, especially the end. Mainly the end. Let's be 100% honest. The end, I want to say like 5-ish pages of this chapter were some of my favourites of the entire series altogether. There's so many exciting things to talk about. For example, Sekre has finally 100% confirmed joined the Black Bulls. So Nero is now a fully fledged Black Bull member, because in this chapter, when Yami showed up, he said those two with the horns are Black Bull members. So I don't think Nero was ever classified as a member altogether, but now she 100% is. That's going to be exciting to see her in her robe, especially when she does transform into Nero, because I think it's going to be like a magic robe, and when she changes into Nero, it'll like shrink down into a tiny little robe to fit around her neck there, and it's going to look really, really good. But on top of that, we got just a chapter full of laughs, tears, everything. It was on edge, full of tears, full of laughs. I couldn't have asked for a better chapter. We know that Yami is basically the Japanese character in Black Clover. Yami is from Japan. That's where he originates from. Hence why he's got ki and all of that type of stuff. And on top of that, he's also brought some Japanese tradition with him in the form of the Yakuza style approach of doing things. He said in this chapter about how you mess with one Black Bull, you mess with all of the Black Bulls. That type of thing. And from what I believe and from what I've seen other people saying, that's a very Yakuza-esque view on life. So, although maybe the Yakuza is a controversial organisation to base your main protagonists on, admittedly, I like that part of it, especially because Yami obviously originates from Japan, or the equivalent of Japan in Black Clover. I also got my answers onto what was going on with Sally and the rest of the Eye of the Midnight Sun members there, because obviously, I think I said last week how, I want to know what's going on with Sally, Radez, all those type of people who are obviously in the wrong of what happened as they were Midnight Sun members, and I said, but I don't think we'll get it. Lo and behold, we got it. Didn't see it coming at all. It turns out they're doing sort of like community work. Basically, they're being forced into labouring to rebuild the Clover Kingdom, to be honest, which some people may say, oh no, we should have been given jail time, blah, blah, blah. I think it makes sense. They need all the manpower they can get, and there's an easy reason to force them to doing it. So I think that's a good work by Tabata. Obviously, we said how people were saying how, myself included, how William got off very lightly a few chapters ago with his punishment, and then I saw people bringing up the fact that it's probably been kept like that because of the threat the kingdom's under. They need someone like William around regardless to potentially help. So I think Tabata has done a very, very good job in terms of dishing out punishments. The one we're still yet to really see about how he's settling in with life in the Clover Kingdom, however, is Patry. That's going to be an interesting one. As for what's going on with the Black Bulls, those last couple of pages that showed the Black Bulls bursting into Magic Congress, it gave me chills all throughout my body. It gave me little goosebumps when I was reading it. I thought it was absolutely stunning, and I also loved how Tabata sort of used a panel each for each character, as I was saying, their sort of like entrance sentence type thing. I loved how he drew one defining feature for each character in those panels. For example, with Gauche, it showed a part of his mirror. With Charmy, it showed her cupcake. With another one, Look, it showed his mental boots. And then, I mean, it was all filled with tears, emotion, but also laughs, because I couldn't help but laugh at Vanessa's. Of all the things Tabata could have chosen to use to defy and introduce Vanessa, it could have been her witch's hat, it could have been her broomstick, it could have been her cat, the fake cat thing that she's got. What did he choose to draw as the defying feature? He used her breasts. That's the one thing he could think of, and Tabata always has to find a way to sneak in a little bit of ecchi content where he can. I mean, I couldn't help but laugh at it, if I'm honest. But while we're on the topic of the Black Bulls, Gauche looks ready. He looks ready to take on the entire Magic Congress if he needs to. He looks ready to hand out all the smoke to everybody. He looks so badass. And honestly, if it wasn't for that creepy, super duper weird sister complex he's got on with Mari, I would adore Gauche. He'd probably be one of my favourite characters in the entire series because his design is badass, his power is badass. I mean, just this chapter in general, whenever he is serious in a fight, he is like godlike. I love him. And if it wasn't for that creepy damn sister complex he's got, that incest complex he's going on with his sister, I would absolutely adore this man. But the main question to take away from this chapter is, what on earth are the Black Bulls realistically supposed to do here? Are they going to get exiled and kicked out of the country? Is it going to turn into more of like an adventure series? For example, like One Piece, that is definitely, by every sense of the imagination, an adventure manga. It's just Straw Hats adventuring the planet, basically, in search for One Piece. Are the Black Bulls going to have to adventure more? Are they going to get kicked out of the country and have to hop from place to place? I mean, I can't see it happening, because what's going to happen to characters like Forgelion, Yuno, the Golden Dawn, the Wizard King, all that type of stuff. So I think that's unlikely to happen. But what's going to happen? Is someone going to bail them out? Is following on from the Black Bulls, obviously the Black Bulls are here, next chapter, is it going to carry on giving us people walking in? Forgelion, Mario Leona, Nozel, Jack, all these people, are they going to turn up to Magic Congress as well to back up Asta and Sekre? Julius, I can't see Julius doing it at all, personally. I mean, if he is still the Wizard King, that is, I can't see it being the case. If he's no longer Wizard King, maybe that will be the case. A lot of people say, oh, well, can't Julius just talk on Asta's behalf and say how he's not guilty? I don't think Julius has that type of power. I don't think any Wizard King has that type of power. Someone made a very good comparison how the king, obviously King Augustus Clover, the whatever he is the literal king. The Wizard King is purely just the leader of the Magic Knights. He is the leader of the army, essentially. So, although he's a very, very high position, probably the second highest position in the Clover Kingdom, politically, does he get much of a say in anything? No, not really. And then this is the last thing that could possibly happen is, are we going to get a civil war? Are we going to get a Clover Kingdom civil war? Because all of us expected, and it could still happen towards the end of the saga, because obviously we're in a brand new saga now. Instead of the Diamond Kingdom invasion, are we going to get a civil war in the Clover Kingdom? Because I think both work. The Diamond Kingdom is the more obvious one, but I think the Clover Kingdom civil war potentially could be the one that makes the most sense. I said a few reviews ago, something along the lines of, I wouldn't mind the idea of a politically focused civil war in the Clover Kingdom, because I think it makes sense how the likes of William and all that, from a public point of view, have been made out to be the good guys. And obviously we've seen now, through Magic Congress and the Royals and the Nobles, they are treating Asta as the bad guy. So there is a clear switch publicly and royally between who is the good and the bad and responsible for what's going on, and that obviously will cause a politically focused civil war. Is that going to actually be what happens though? Because if it is, I can't imagine what's going to happen. Like, is this saga going to start off, or is the entire saga in general going to be us overpowering and dethroning the king and how the royalty structure works in Black Clover, because I thought that's going to be something that happens way towards the end game when Asta and Yuno, become their Wizard King type selves and they get a say to transform everything. But is that just not going to be the case? And is the Clover Kingdom going to be transformed here and now? Are they trying to wrap up the Clover Kingdom's arc, so to say, so that they can then move over to the Diamond Kingdom, Spade Kingdom, and Heart Kingdom? Is that what they're doing? And then maybe there'll be one last final piece to the puzzle, which towards the end of the series, Asta and Yuno will be able to fix and solve. Is that what they're going to do? Because if that's the case, then that's interesting, unexpected, and exciting all at the same time. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad. I'll be seeing you guys in another video as always. But until then, peace. 執着の血を焦がす寡黙な炎おびき寄せられた神々の化身恐れを知らぬ剣が貫く目指す場所とはまだ見ぬ定め近づいてくる決戦の時